It's pitiful we had to get all the way darn near to the end to get a good episode out of you, Tyler. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is season 3, episode 8 of If Loving You Is Wrong. And we have had to get all the way to the end of this season. I think there's 1 or 2 episodes left before we go to the break, before we could get a decent episode here. But anyway, we start right off. Good old doggone Natalie and Lucian getting to it. He's saying, you know, that old chick with the gun and all that. So call her right now. That her phone was disconnected. Totally disconnected. And he's like, okay, well, that's fine. It's disconnected. You just screwed up big time. We're going on over here to Kelly. She was backpedaling and pussy popping and didn't want to go over there. He said, oh, no, we're going over there. We're going over there right now. And you're going to explain to her how you got her screwed because you got her looking crazy in these streets. And you basically got her in a jam. You got her in a jam with this gun that's been stolen off of Ramsey. This, that, thing, and the other. I said, oh, my God. Even the gun chick is working in conjunction with that damn Travis. I said, this is terrible. So go over there. They're walking over to the house. Travis is coming from around her side where her side door is. And Lucia's like, what are you doing? You know, and he's like, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. She wanted me to come over. I was coming to check on her. She wanted me to come over. This story wasn't making sense. He told Natalie, go back home. He took and arrested Travis. And he put the cuffs on him, put him in the car, told Kelly, he knocked on the door. Kelly was like, because he's like, you know, she wanted me to come through the back door. She liked it in the back door. I said, oh, we need to quit. So he tells Kelly, he knocks on the door. Kelly comes out and wants to say, did you tell him to come to your house? She's like, no. What was he doing? He said, I'm going to go check the back or whatever. Put him in the car. Told her to go back in the house. She didn't go back in the house. She's standing outside arguing with this fool in the car. He telling her, you ain't seen nothing yet. This, that, thing, and the other. And they just going back and forth. And she said, you killed Ramsey. This, that, and the other. He was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, this, that, thing, and the other. And she said, that's okay. I'm sick of you. She said, you just come on. You hit me with your best shot. He said, what are you talking about? I tried to give you my best shot and you couldn't take it. I said, oh, he's so raunchy. Anyway, so that was that. Lucia tells her, go take your ass in the house or whatever. Lucia comes back, takes him on down the station. Going over to Esperanza's house. Steven outside Esperanza's house. She pull up at home. And Steven's up to asking her, let me come in. You know, he begged her. Let me come on in there and finish what we started. Let me come on and finish banging your box out. She's giving him, no. I don't know what happened, this, that, and the other, and all that. You don't know me, and I don't know you. She said, yeah, we do. We know each other. You've been flirting with me at work for months. And she's like, see, now that's creepy. You stalking me. He's like, I'm not stalking you. I just dig you. Now let me come on in there and dig you out. She's giving, no. And he's like, you don't know me. He's like, well, what's my favorite color? He said, you don't have a favorite color. She's like, see, that's so creepy. How do you know that? This, that, and the other. I said, oh, you bitch. She was on my nerves. And then they get done with the conversation, and he's still begging. And she's like, purple. And he's like, purple? What about purple? Purple's my favorite color. He's going to say, well, when did you get a favorite color, Esperanza? She's going to say, when I seen your underwear. And took her funky ass up in the house. He grinning and smiling and going to drive one off. I said, you really ought to leave her alone because she's like a rape case waiting to happen. No. Oh, yeah, no. All that old bullshit. I said, she's trifling. So, that's that. So, Natalie and Kelly end up having the conversation after Lucian leaves and takes old boy down to the thing. And Kelly's like, oh my God, Natalie, I can't believe you did this. You got me set up. You messed me all up. I was like, oh, whatever. Anyway, so let's talk about Marcy and Ian. Ian done told her, look, I like you. I like you and I want you, honey. And she's giving, no, honey. They're out at dinner. And she goes in and tell him, Ramsey's still aggravating her and everything. And he's like, well, you sue him. Just sue him. She said, I've sued people into submission before. And she's like, really? And he said, well, do you think we'll win something? She's like, no, but you will sue him so much to just aggravate him and he'll finally leave you alone. He said, I can do it. I'm telling you, I can do it. So Marcy's kind of like, okay, she listened in the end. Then he gets this phone call. And I knew right away, I said, they thought that whoever it was calling about Travis. They were calling is from the firm, but they couldn't find Larry. They can't find Larry because Larry's out getting drunk with Ramsey. And we're going to talk about them too in a minute. But so they're like, you need to go and do this. So he's like, okay, no problem. And he kept saying Donovan. He said something about Donovan. So he's like, okay. So that's that. So he's like, he ends up his dinner and he's like, I gotta go, or whatever. Lucian takes old Travis into the office. He sits him at the desk. Next thing you know, Lucian's into a back and forth with Eddie. Eddie's accusing him of knowing that Steven's been banging Esperanza, and Lucian's like, listen, I don't know nothing about it. I don't care nothing about it. I'm glad he's doing it. If you don't get out my face, I'm going to be banging you, but I'm going to be banging the shit out of your face. That's what's going to happen. So Eddie's like, I'm crazy and I'm going to kill your boy. He literally was just blatantly threatening to kill Stevens. And he's like, well, good, because Stevens walks up, he's going to say, here, you can tell him yourself. You can give him the message yourself. And they go back and forth. And Eddie literally stood there and blatantly threatened to do harm to Steven. And I'm like, what kind of shit? That Eddie is crazy. And Steven's like, I just left from Esperanza's house. I'll bust her box and I'm going to bust your ass if you don't get out of my face, Eddie. I was like, oh, this is a mess. So Eddie goes on off. Eddie ends up going to Brad and asking Brad to go down to some little place and get this guy and pull a favor for him because the guy owes him a favor. He wants him to take Steven out. And Brad's like, I'm not getting in that shit. You need to leave Esperanza alone and go on about your business. He going back and forth, talking shit to Brad, telling Brad he ain't shit and all of this. And he's soft down, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, do this for me and I'll take care of old boy next door for you. He said, I'm not getting into that. And no, you can't stay with us. Go home, Eddie. He gonna say, I ain't got no home to go to. He said, well, go somewhere. Just get the fuck out of here. I said, oh, okay. So that was that. Alex and Brad are getting ready to dispose of the camera that they got from over at old boy's house and realize that the light is on. And says, has that light been on this whole time? So did he actually hear? They don't know whether or not that it was recording, and rather Randall has actually heard all of their conversation about the doctor and all of that. So she told him, just dispose of it, tear it up, throw it away, get rid of it. But the recordings may actually still be on his phone. So they don't know. So that's just kind of hanging there. I was like, yeah, you pull it with that one. Because it never, I don't know that it ever said, it was an outside camera. So I don't know that it even had sound. I know it had a motion sensor on it. But I don't know about the whole sound thing. I'm like, Tyler, you just threw that in. That's some bullshit, but whatever. So that was that. So, let's go back to Lucian and Travis. Lucian and Travis is sitting there. Lucian is going back and forth with him and trying to irritate him into talking. And if he'd had more time, he would have, because Travis is so crazy that eventually he would have talked, because he said, yeah, he said, so tell me, how did you take down Ramsey? Because he's a big guy and he got skills. And I'm looking at you and I know you ain't got no skills. You a punk. You sitting around here bothering Callie of all people. messing with her son, with a little boy. He said, you ain't nothing but a punk. He said, I definitely, said, you all, he said, you a bitch ass. He said, yeah, I could definitely see you got that bitch up in you. Baby, when he said that, you could tell that was getting up underneath Travis's skin. I ain't gonna say, I got skills when the mood is right, when I need to. This, that, I ain't gonna say, yeah, so tell me, what skills did you use to try to take Ramsey down? Well, how'd you do it? Tell me how you did it. Because I know you got that bitch up in you. I can see that bitch up in you. I said, oh, he was really working him. Then Ian comes in. And Ian sees, he's like, I came to get Donovan. He's like, who the hell is Donovan? He's going to say, it's not Donovan, it's Travis. Donovan is Travis's brother who always stays in trouble. So he was like, oh, gosh. So then he ends up telling Lucian, he's like, he says, so you supposed to be representing Kelly, but you represent his family? You're going to say, yeah. You're going to say, you don't know. He said, I'm going to have to drop Kelly because he says, you know, they're a big client of Larry's. You know, he's like, we do a lot of business and cover-ups and stuff for them. I'm going to have to drop Kelly. He's like, just like that, you're going to drop Kelly. He going to say, yeah, I got to. I ain't got no other choice. So Lucian was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm laughing, saying to myself, now you doing all of this and you don't even realize Lucian is the FBI. And when this is all said and done, you and Larry is going to be locked the fuck up right alongside of Travis with that bullshit. I said, I said, oh, child, I'm living for this. I said, okay. So they had to take the cuffs off and they had to let Travis go. Baby, I was laughing. Travis being all smart, he going to go over there and smack Lucian on the arm and going to say, all right, boss, I'll see you. Lucian took him and pushed him real hard, pushed him. Did y'all see that? He pushed him real hard into the frame of the door. I was like, oh, he was like, bam. I said, got that bitch up in you. I fell out laughing. I said, that damn Lucian, I love him, buddy. So then Lucian, last thing we see, Lucian told Stevens, look up his brother Donovan and let's see what we can find out about Donovan. I said, hey, this is getting ready to wrap it up. We getting ready to figure out how Lucian is going to get Travis's ass. Because he told him, he said, I'm coming for you and I'm going to get you. I was like, yeah, Lucian. So that's that. Okay, so let's go over to the pièce de résistance, honey. Randall and Larry. I told y'all, honey, about Randall and Larry. I told you they were suspect. I told you something was going on. Them two are sitting there talking. They're going back and forth, talking about when they was in school and how they used to videotape the girls and how they got in trouble and they got thrown out of school for being pervs and doing all this, that, and the other. And then that goddamn Larry dropped that ball that I've been waiting on because I knew it in my soul, honey. I know a fag when I see one, honey. He said, remember all the girls and all the girls we did and all that, this, that, and the other? Yeah, we slayed them. And they giving each other dap and shit. He gonna say, remember the time when wasn't no girls? Baby, you see Randall's face like, yeah. He gonna say, yeah, he's like, that was wild, wasn't it? I said, and he gonna say, yeah, but it didn't take me long to figure out that wasn't for me, you know. He gonna say, yeah, but I heard it took you a little longer before you came around to it wasn't for you. I heard something about the little fella with the flat top. He gonna say, that's a lie. That did not happen. This, that, thing, the other. I said, I knew y'all was part of the Fruit Loop, honey. I said, this is a mess. So we got that. I said, But then I laughed because I talk about this all the time. Now, Larry is one of the girls. That's all there's to it. Larry is one of my crew, honey. That's who he is. He's a butch queen, honey. That's all it is with his fine self. He's a butch queen. Thank God for the butch queens, honey. But he's a butch queen. Randall is not. Randall is a person who was in college, tried something out, figured out that he did not really care for it, and had not done it again. And I talk about this all the time. I would not give Randall that he's a fag or that he's gay or that he's queer or not even bisexual. I wouldn't give him any of those things. He is a person in their teens who tried something, figured that it was not for them, and moved on. And I would always give a grace for that. It just is what it is. he was a little teen trying something out, and that's that. So that kind of explains that. I always talk about that, and if y'all have heard that in the past, this is a perfect, for me, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about when people try stuff out. I don't believe that they should be labeled as anything like that, because they're not. They're not. Okay, down off my soapbox, but boom, boom, bam. Let's move on. So that's basically, that was that. That's what happened. But then then I said, damn, Larry, are you really Butch Queen, or are you just a queen? Because he ended up going back and forth with him and asking him, well, how long are you going to go on with this thing with Marcy before you let it go? You know what I mean? He's like, I ain't never going to let it go until I get satisfied. He said, yeah, you usually don't let go until you get satisfied. Then he ends up saying, you know, she been through enough. You know, damn, she pregnant. And instead, he going to say, what did you say? I said, you big mouth ass queen. He done told it. Done told it now that Marcy's pregnant. I said, oh, damn, Larry. So that's basically where we ended. And there's going to be some more stuff about him and Larry next week. So y'all hold on, and I'm going to see y'all next week. Thank you for the episode, Tyler. This was one of the best ones this whole damn season. Took us all season to get to one good episode. But I said, I hate to be the one to tell y'all I told y'all so, but I did tell y'all so, honey.